Okay. Turn that off. Set that over there.
Yeah, you ready?
And then let's see about making this a little bigger. Okay, so all 135 Ashes of Outland cards have been announced. So that's pretty good. My face is kind of in the way, but it's fine.
You're all the way over yonder.
Okay, so Demon Hunter Legendaries. So Kane Sunfury. So yeah, Demon Hunter is gonna smork. Demon Hunter is gonna be on that smork life.
How do you just like? Can you just like drop? Like,
For real. That seems really, really strong. Metamorphosis, swap your hero power to deal 5 damage after 2 uses, swap it back. That seems really not great. Pick commander. At the end of your turn, summon a demon from your deck. That seems really good. Especially with
let's see if you can win twice.
with the old god Yasarge or whatever it's called.
I mean, we did pretty good.
That will spawn a minion or will recruit a minion from your deck. So at the end of every turn. So I mean you could theoretically play that for 10 mana, get Pit Commander brings out another demon. That's a shitload of value. Warglaves. After attacking a minion, your hero may attack again. Okay. So that's going to be some nice clear. Furious Felfin. If your hero attacked this turn, gain +1 attack and rush.
Why is this on me?
Dumb. Skull of Gul'dan. And if any of these cards just kind of jump out at you, Derek, let me know. If anything just jumps out at you as being crazy. Draw 3 cards. Outcast. What does that mean? What does Outcast do? Smells like Nerf Spirit. What is Outcast? What does that do?
That's too bad. She just needs, when she gets a job, she needs to buy an Xbox.
Let me see.
Damn.
Desire. The leftmost. Play this as the leftmost card. So it's something to do with which
See?
part of your hand the card is in.
You got him. Yeah, I did too.
So Outcast is exclusive to Demon Hunter.
Did you get him?
Yeah, that seems kind of nuts, but okay. So when you get the Outcast effect,
How do you know when the storm
you draw 3 cards and reduce their cost by 3. Jesus Christ. So 5 mana, dormant for 2 turns. You actually get it on 7. This awakens, deal 10 damage, randomly split among all enemies. Jesus Christ. Priestess of Fury.
Serious Top Hat made an appearance the other day. I don't know if you noticed.
At the end of your turn, deal 6 damage among all enemies.
I'm scared to talk to people. I know. Someone's shooting at you.
Rush.
I don't see them.
Death Rattle. Summon a 5/9 Warlord with Taunt. Damn. That's ridiculous.
You got them from
Spectral
afar.
Sight. Outcast, draw a 2nd card.
You are.
Summon a random demon from your hand.
I got
An
you.
8/3.
You got your 6.
1 mana, 2/1. If it's played from the left or rightmost card of your hand, you get to draw a card. Wow. Power creep. A 4 mana 3/5 with taunt and lifesteal. Jesus. I feel like that's not going to end up getting played.
Assault rifle and verse.
Immolation Aura. Deal 1 damage to all minions twice. Okay.
Better than nothing.
And then Battlecry, discover a
Oh
demon.
my gosh, I'm having a stroke.
I don't know, that seems... Demon Hunter seems crazy strong, and I realize they have to kind of make up for lost ground because this will be the first expansion that it has cards in. But damn. Okay. Druid. The legendaries. Your spells cost 1. This is going to be...
I haven't really done much.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
I'm a distraction.
so much smork. It's going to be so much face damage
Where's that at?
coming at you all the time. You're going to ignore taunts. That's ridiculous.
What else are you gonna
So for Druid,
buy?
Giselle Windsinger,
So
your
is it
spells
one
cost
with just
1.
a marker or the
So
whole
that's going to be
marker?
really nuts with
I think
Aviana.
one and the
I think it's
other
what
is
it's
5.
called. There's
I don't know. I just work here.
There's a Druid legendary from, I think it was the second set,
Why is it dangerous?
second or third. That was not a 9 mana 5/5.
They sneak up
Your
on you.
minions cost
Sneak up
1.
on you and bamboozle you.
So there's going to be some kind of
Yeah.
just
I got bamboozled.
bullshit that's going to come out that's going to be
Mm-hmm.
playing Aviana and then Kuhn the Forgotten King, which when you play him you get to choose one, and one of the
Cool.
choose options is you gain 10 mana this turn. So that puts you back up to full mana. Then you play
So, like,
Giselle
after
Windsinger
this is like this.
for one for 1 more mana. And then you just have an unstoppable board. Good God, that could be crazy. It might be hard to pull off, but it might be crazy. Okay, what does this prime do?
So I kind of want to get a skin for my Switch, but I'm not sure. Yeah, like you can buy covers for like the dock, the Switch itself, and the Joy-Cons. But like,
I'm
I
gonna
don't know if it's like actual stickers that won't
pull up all of the
I don't want to do that.
ones that are gonna have the prime cards as their death rattle, so that we can look at those later.
So cool.
So Marsh Hydra, after this attacks, add a random 6 cost minion to your hand. Okay, that seems nuts. Summon a 2/2 Glowfly for each spell in your hand. That seems nuts.
Where's
Looks like we might get a minion-free,
I don't know if you knew this, but I struggle.
basically minion-free Druid deck.
What does a decoy do?
2 mana, draw 3 cards, discard any minions drawn. That's the exact opposite of an epic mage card from a few sets ago, which was 2 mana, draw 3 cards, discard any spells drawn. So it's the exact opposite of that. Ironbark, give a minion +1/+3 and taunt. Costs 0 mana if you have 7 mana. That's fucking nuts. Germination, summon a copy of a friendly minion. Give the copy taunt. Prison Satar, dormant for 2 turns. So we can reduce the cost of a random minion in your hand by 5. You could really play around with this and get a really crazy fast strategy. Playing, basically you could play a 10 mana card for 5 mana on turn 5. Overgrowth, gain 2 empty mana crystals. Looks like they're trying to make ramp a thing again. Bog Beam, 3 damage to a minion. Costs 0 if you have 7 mana. That's so nuts. So anytime after like turn 5 or 6, because we're playing against a druid, you have to wonder if your opponent is gonna just snipe something for 3 damage. Seems nuts. Okay. Rush, shuffle a prime into your deck. Summon 3 random beasts from your hand. Depends on what beasts come out. If you think about it, it's just a... I guess it's slightly better than the Boom Ship. Because Boom Ship, you don't get a body. Boom Ship is 1 more mana, you don't get a body, but your minions get Rush. And they can be anything, not just beasts. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
That's weird.
Augmented Porcupine. Deals minions attack damage. Randomly split among all enemies. That's gonna be useless. The Grand Slam. 10 mana for 4 3/5s that attack random enemies. I mean, could that go face? Because if that could go face, then that's 12 damage to face for 10 mana. If it's an empty board, that could be a crazy finisher. I don't know. It's probably too slow for a face hunter, so it'll probably just never get played. Scrap Shot, deal 3 mana, 3 damage. Give random beast in your hand 3/3. Pack Tactics, Secret. Friendly minion is attacked, summon a 3/3 copy. That could be really good in the right circumstance. Rush, Battlecry, choose a friendly minion, gain a copy of its Death Rattle. So that's just a strictly better version, way better version of, what was the Raptor? I think it was in the 3rd set. I think it was in Grand Tournament. It was Bone Rattle Raptor or some shit like that. It was a 3 mana 3/4. Choose a friendly minion, gain a copy of its Death Rattle. This has, for 1 more health, it's got 2 more attack, Rush, so it's instant damage, and you get the same Battlecry effect, or Death Rattle effect. which is nuts. And it's only 2 health, so it's basically just a 5 mana nuke that you're going to throw to remove something and get a crazy death rattle effect.
Yeah, they're in their house.
It's pretty nuts.
I don't think we can reach them.
And Scavenger's Ingenuity, draw a beast, give it 3/3. Okay.
XP.
Prison of Felma, dormant for 2 turns. When it awakens, randomly attack an enemy. Okay. Hellbore, give a random beast in your hand 1/1. That's still pretty crazy. Mage.
Some of that.
Evocation, horrible card.
Oh, that sucks. I tried to share.
Absolutely horrible card. Way too much RNG.
Well, maybe that's the
Apexus
person
Smuggler.
there's someone running from the house.
You play a secret, discover a spell. Okay, that's gonna be cool for.
Come down this way.
They might be able to make Tempo Mage a thing again. Is this still playing music?
I was trying to be strategic. So there.
Oh, we've been playing music that whole time. Whatever. I'll just leave it on. I didn't even realize.
We can do a sneak attack.
Apexus Blast. Deal 5 damage if your deck has no minions.
How do you run so fast?
Summon a random 5-cost minion. That seems really good. You have to kind of build a deck around it, but that might end up being really good. Present Observer, dormant 2 turns. When it awakens, deal 2 damage to all minions. Okay.
I don't see them so much.
So that's a 5 mana. Or excuse me, a 3 mana. 3 mana removal on turn 5. For 2 mana. Or for 2 damage to everything. Seems pretty good. We'll see how good Dormant in general becomes. Font of Power. Discover a
We did it.
mage minion. If your deck has no minions, keep all 3. Okay, so they are trying to...
What the heck? Who are
Incanter's Flow. Reduce the cost of spells in your deck by 1. Holy shit. So yeah, they're gonna try and
no.
make full-on spell-only mage decks. Great.
I don't know. We're talking about card stuff.
Deep Freeze, freeze an enemy, summon 2 3/6 water elementals. That's meh. That's not terrible, I guess, but not that great either. Death Rattle, draw a spell. Hell yeah. Gonna be good.
Makes the dream work.
Netherwind Portal. After your opponent casts a spell, summon a... Shit. Okay, that's really good. So, Mage is the first set, or the first class that I've looked at so far that has a cohesive theme.
Hold on, I'm in. Like, yeah, it does.
It has the cohesive theme that, you know, basically you're going to build no minion mage decks. So on to Paladin. Another Prime. Lady Leandrin. And a copy of each spell you cast on this. On friendly characters. This game to your hand. Wow. That's a lot of value. Or could be. That's going to get slotted into, like, Shrivala decks.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna be a
Shrivala decks that...
You ready?
Oh, Shrivala got rotated. So, okay, that won't be as bad. You'll only have to deal with that in Wild.
Remember Megamind and his fish? That was his minion?
Underlight Angling Rod. After your hero attacks, add a random Murloc to your hand. Jesus. Speaking of Smork.
3 for 3?
Librum of Hope. Oh, I saw this. This is freaking nuts.
You usually play by yourself?
Lay on Hands was 8 mana,
Yeah.
restore 8 health, draw 3 cards. This is 9 mana, so only 1 more mana. Restore
That's what
8
Street
health,
Books say, yes.
plus summon an 8/8 with Taunt and Divine Shield. An 8/8 Taunt Divine Shield would be 9 damage on its own. This is at least 12 or 13 mana worth of value
Like,
for 9.
They're like, oh, you can say as much as you want. You won't get in trouble. Do.
It's freaking nuts.
And they're like, where have you been? When I've been calling.
Aldor Truth Seeker, reduce the cost of your Librams by 2 this game. Oh, good. So you can actually play this for 7 mana.
So,
Awesome.
I don't even want to be there. So,
Libram of Wisdom,
like, the schedule
+1/+1, and Death Rattle, add Libram of Wisdom to your hand. Okay.
And I think I'm just kind of
Um,
on that particular job.
Sungill, Dorm 2 turns.
Well, especially since I worked there before and like I got screwed over so many times, it's like I don't want to be there.
That's not that great.
I thought about applying for more.
So it's basically 1 mana. On turn 3, you
I
get
don't want to do it part-time.
4/3 of value.
Well, I have to
It's
wait
not
until
terrible,
April.
but
Well, yeah, April.
I feel like there's just better things you would want to do on turn 1. But there may not be. I don't know.
I'm just not a customer service person.
Aldor Attendant.
But then I thought about applying for his job. But I don't know about
Reduce the
that.
cost of Librams by 1 this game. Jesus Christ.
It basically,
So you're,
like, toast
in
it.
theory, going to be able to use Libram of Hope
You make
for
phone
like
calls all day to angry truckers.
5-6 mana.
I don't
That's
know.
freaking nuts.
No.
Libram of Justice, equipped to 1/4 weapon. So that's basically a blanket removal spell. It does mean you have to tank some damage. You have to face tank some damage, which is fine because then you're just going to go and heal the face damage with your Libram of Hope. Seems legit.
I really like your skin. I think it's cool.
2 mana, give a minion 2/2, draw a card. Seems good. So, Paladin seems pretty good too. Love that card.
Let's just leave them alone.
Yeah.
I need to get
So Paladin seems good. Mage seems pretty good. Druid seems it just kind of depends. We'll see how it turns out.
there we
And then
go.
Demon Hunter seems freaking nuts.
Is there someone else in here? Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, Hand of Adal, that's going to be pretty good. That's pretty solid. So moving on to Priest.
Oh, there's someone right here. There's 2 people down here, yo.
Relic,
I got one.
Reliquity? I can't freaking pronounce that word. Reliquary of Souls. That's the prime card. Soul Mirror. Summon copies of enemy minions.
What?
They attack their cop.
Where?
That's a worse
They have
light
a
bomb.
Sniper rifle. We might as well just back out.
That's a worse light bomb.
They have a
That's
sniper rifle.
That's probably the worst legendary I've seen so far. In my opinion. Veil Weaver. After you cast a spell on a minion, add a priest spell to your hand. That's gonna end up being nuts.
Alright, let's go. Yeah.
Skeletal Dragon, 7 mana taunt at the end of the turn. Add a dragon to your hand. Good. Not great, but could be pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially in Wild, where there's a lot of support for priests playing dragons.
Okay.
Dragonmaw Overseer. At the end of the turn, give another friendly minion 2/2.
We are.
Ooh,
I
more
just went over to the island.
more aggro,
We might, I guess we can head out.
more aggro priest options. That's good.
Wait, there's someone. I don't see them.
That's actually the exact same card as another priest card. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, so I have to go look it up. I have to go find it in my collection. I don't know why it tries to start an update every time. Every time I open the game. Dragon Maw Sentinel. If you're holding a dragon, +2 attack and life sheet. That's literally the exact... picture of Black and not just regular Goku. No, sir. That's a picture of Ultra Instinct Goku. I don't know why I said it like that. This is exactly the same as a priest card from the second set.
I got 6.
Psyche split, give a minion +1/+2, so I'm gonna copy of it. Not bad. Imprisoned Homunculus. Dormant for 2 turns. So a 1 mana 2/5 that you don't get until turn 3. Okay. This whole dormant thing is going to be kind of weird. Renew, restore 3 health, discover a spell. Jesus Christ. The power creep is just nuts. Then 3 mana, give a minion +2/+3 and lifesteal. Good God. So while that loads up. Oh my God. Wrong screen. So I'm not going to move on to Rogue just yet. Seems like it would be getting used to, and that's a new set for you, yeah. Okay, so... So, Priest... Where is it? Shadow Ascendant. So Shadow Ascendant is from a rotated set. Okay, so Shadow Ascendant is slightly smaller. So Shadow Ascendant is 2 mana, 2/2, give a random friendly minion +1/+1 at the end of turn. Dragon Maw is 3 mana, 2/2, at the end of turn, give another friendly minion +2/+2. So... I'm going to be running both of them in a wild deck. So moving on to Rogue. Rogue is far and away the strongest class in the game currently. So, if history tells us anything, it's that they're going to pull back the power of Rogue a little bit. But we'll see. 2 mana, 1/5. After you play a secret, discover a secret from another class. Okay, never mind. It's still going to be freaking nuts. There's the Prime card. We'll look at all those at the end. Greyheart Sage, 3 mana. If you control a stealthed minion, draw 2 cards. Okay, that's fine. Secret. Bamboozle? We bamboozling people out here, Louise. It's one of the new cards from the new set.
Oh, you're doing that?
Yeah, I'm looking at all the cards from the new set.
Oh, that's cool. You excited?
Yep.
We're about to watch.
Okay, so Bamboozle. When one of your minions is attacked, transform it into a random one that costs 3 more. What? So... Okay, so... Let's say I play Bamboozle on 2. And then on 3, I play Greyheart Sage.
I call him Eugene.
And then...
That's his
They
Well, we
they
always
attack
had
my
a joke that we
3/3,
had the perfect southern
and then
names.
bam, bamboozled. It turns into a
Southern
into a
people.
6-mana card.
That's just like gonna go.
Jesus, that's gonna be crazy. Ambush secret. After your opponent plays a minion, summon a 2/3 ambusher with poisonous. Okay. Blackjack Stunner. Stunner! If you control a secret, return a minion to its owner's hand. It costs 2 more. Holy shit. Ash Tongue Slayer. Give a stealthed minion +3 attack enemy this turn.
So blue is better.
Okay. Cursed Vagrant. 7 mana. 7/5. Summon a 7/5 Shadow with stealth.
So there's 14
Okay.
players left.
And another secret. Dirty Tricks. After your opponent casts a spell, draw 2 cards. Damn.
Boom.
So, Rogue is going to be nuts. It already is, and it's going to continue to be nuts.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay. So, Shaman.
I have like 3 slots. Yeah.
Lady Vash. That's the prime card. The Lurker Below. 6 mana. 6/3. Battlecry. Deal 3 damage to an enemy minion. If it dies, repeat. Jesus.
What's happening? I feel like we should be streaming.
Bogspine Knuckles. The Lurker Below is freaking ridiculous. Bogspine Knuckles. 5 mana. 4/2. After your hero attacks, transform your minions into random ones that cost 1 more. That's freaking nuts. Especially in Wild, where the Death Knight hero, the Death Knight Thrall hero, transforms things into higher cost minions. So, Shadow Rumbler. If you cast a spell last turn, deal 2 damage to all their minions.
Oh, there's somebody.
There's only 1 overload card in the whole set for shamans, which is weird. Transform adjacent minions into random ones that cost 1 more. Torrent. Deal 8 damage to a minion. Costs 3 mana less if you cast a spell last turn. That's pretty crazy. Vivid Spores. Give your minions Death Rattle. Resummon this minion. That's really good. That's really good, but it goes against a lot of the other themes here where we're transforming. And Totemic Reflection, give a minion +2/+2. It's Totem, summon a copy of it. Cool, a new card for Totem Shaman, which is my favorite Shaman build. Serpent Shrine Portal, deal 3 damage, summon a random 3-cost minion, overload 1. What? It's like a mini Firelands portal. Damn. Marsh Spawn. If you cast a spell last turn, discover a spell. Seems fair. So Shaman has a couple of really crazy cards, but they're very situational. Like, it's very situational that you're ever gonna be able to get max value out of the Lurker Below. You know, you have to already have minions on board for Bogspine or this Bogstrock Clacker to get value out of them. You have to have minions on board to get Vivid Spores value out of. You know, it's just a lot of situational stuff, so we'll see how good Shaman ends up being. On to Warlock. Okay. Keldan the Breaker. 6 mana, 3/3, destroy minion. If drawn this turn, instead destroy all minions except this one. So just screw y'all, I'm killing everything. Okay. Shadow Council, replace your hand with random demons. Give them +2/+2. That could be really nuts in like a handlock situation. Or it could be... I guess it could be really good in like a... in a zoo deck, but it... I don't know. That much RNG, I just don't think it's ever going to be worth it. Dark Glare. After a hero takes damage, refresh 2 mana crystals. It's pretty freaking good. Because you can...
Sorry, I was under the hill, so I could...
So you can have this on board. Hero power. You get those 2 mana crystals back.
Are they fighting each other, or are they trying to get us?
Yeah, that could be really good. That could be really good. But again, still kind of situational. The Dark Portal. Here we go. Draw a minion. If you have at least 8 cards in hand, it costs 5 less. Shit. Handlock is about to be back.
I have 4 kills and 4 assists.
Enhanced Dreadlord, 8 mana, taunt. Summon a 5/5 Dreadlord with lifesteal. It's not bad. Imprison Scrap Imp. 2 mana, 3/3, dormant for 2 turns. This awakens. Give all minions in your hand +2/+2. Okay. Unstable Fellbolt. 3 damage to an enemy minion and a random friendly one. Okay, so you get to target 1 minion, and then a random one also takes 3 damage. So that's kind of crazy. Hand of Gul'dan, when you play this, when you play or discard this, draw 3 cards. Nightshade Matron, Rush, 4 mana, 5/5. Discard your highest cost card. Ooh, so in like Discard Zoo... Random friendly one, you're right. I misread that. But, I mean, if you don't have any minions on board, then that's just all profit. What?
I thought you were doing a YouTube video of this.
No, I'm on stream, and I'm going to make a stream highlight of it. And probably put the whole thing on YouTube. It's going to be like a 40-minute video. So yeah, this is going to be really good in like a discard zoo, where you're going to be discarding a bunch of cards, because then in theory, you're going to want to discard Hand of Gul'dan with something like this, and then you get to draw 3 cards. And that's just really legit. So, Warlock seems really well-rounded this patch. Like, yeah, Shadow Council's but like... they're giving you options for handlock builds, and they're giving us options for discard zoo, which is really cool. I'm happy to see that they're really embracing 2 different play styles, so that's good. Warrior, here we go. Do you have any water over there?
I had this from earlier today.
Can I have it? I thirst. Actually, I don't really thirst. My throat is sore and getting...
Dry.
Not even really dry. It's just getting kind of scratchy, and I'm gonna keep coughing.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Okay, can I test something with my mic with you?
So...
So tell me if you hear me talking.
Better than wheezing, yep. So we've got... another Prime. Bulwark of Azzinoth. Okay. 3 mana.
Okay.
1/4. Whenever your hero would take damage, this loses 1 durability instead. Bro. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know how it worked.
That's so hype.
What headset do you have?
It's, there was a card just like that in WoW, wasn't there? It wasn't like the same exact card, but it was basically the same effect, right? Remind me which card I'm thinking of.
White Turtle Beaches that are
But that's...
cross-platform with
That's really cool. I'm really excited about that.
PC. Yeah, and like,
It looks like they're bringing back Control Warrior, if we're being honest here. Warmoth Challenger, 3 mana, Battle Cry.
is that the ones you have?
Drawing a blank for some reason. I don't know. I might be misremembering. I don't know. But,
Yeah, Chris
that was weird.
You
Anyway,
gotta deal him on
Battle
the
Cry,
for his birthday.
choose an enemy minion, battle it to the death.
But it's not
So that would be really cool if you can buff that a few times when it's in your hand, so that it's so it has a little more attack. But that's still kind of a cool card. Blade Storm, deal 1 damage to all minions, repeat until something dies. Okay. Corsair Cash, draw a weapon, give it +1/+1. And 7 mana, 6/8 with Rush. Costs 1 less for each damaged minion. That could be really good. Scrap Golem, 5 mana, taunt, death rattle, gain armor equal to this minion's attack. Hell yes. More control warriors. Sword and board. Deal 2 damage to a minion, gain 2 armor. Okay. For 1 mana, that's just a cheaper bash. Bone Chewer Raider. Battle Cry. If there's a damaged minion, gain +1/+1 in Rush. So it becomes a 3 mana 4/4 with Rush. That's pretty strong. Then Imprisoned Ganarg. Dormant for 2 turns. When this awakens, equipped a 3/2 axe. So for 1 mana, you're getting a 2/2 minion plus a 3/2 axe, which is a 3 mana, which is what the hell is it called?
Someone's in a helicopter.
What the hell is it called?
I saw someone lying down in a helicopter.
Fiery War Axe. So you get a free Fiery War Axe for 1 mana.
How do you land so quickly?
Seems legit. Overall, not terribly impressed with Warrior. I think we're going to have some Control Warriors, which is a good thing. I'm excited about it.
Alright.
But overall, this is not one of the stronger sets. Or one of the stronger classes this set. Okay, so on to neutral. Hell yeah, Control Warriors, bro. Let's get it. Okay, so on to neutrals. So the legendary neutrals. Kael'thas Sunstrider. This is a free card you get just for logging into the game right now. 6 mana, 4/7. Every third spell you cast costs 0. I do not know if that carries over between turns. That would be nuts if it did. Terran Gorefiend. 3 mana, 3/4. Destroy all friendly minions. Death Rattle, free summon them with +1/+1. That is too risky. That you could play that in something like Token Druid and get just massive value out of it. But you might also, get this silenced and then you just lose because you cleared your own board for no reason. LR, 5 mana, 7/3. Death Rattle, summon a 0/3 Ashes of Alar that resurrect this minion on your next turn. Okay. It's pretty lit. Mave Shadow Song. Choose a minion, it goes dormant for 2 turns. It's interesting. Was Maeve a demon hunter? Because it's one of the rogue heroes. Anyway. Megtheridon. I can't even begin to pronounce that. Which you and I have talked about.
Alana.
4 mana, Dormant, Battlecry, summon 1/3/1/3 enemy warders. When they die, destroy all minions and awaken. Which, I don't know how much play that's going to see. That's kind of cool. Oh, I said it right on the first attempt. Nice. I don't know how much play that's going to see. It's kind of a cool effect. It's kind of different. But I don't know if that's going to be good enough to see play. Because if one of those gets silenced, I'm guessing you're boned. I could be wrong. It could completely disregard silence. 2 mana. So on to the epics. There's only 3 neutral epics. The fuck? So 2 mana, 2/4. All minions take double damage from spells. Interesting. I don't know how good that's going to be, but it's interesting. Replicate Otron. 4 mana, 3/3. At the end of your turn, transform a neighbor into a copy of this. Okay. 5 mana, Waste Warden. Deal 3 damage to a minion and all other of the same minion type. So that's talking about like tribe. Okay. And then there's only 3 rares too. That's so weird. Scrapyard Colossus. 10 mana, 7/7 with taunt. Death Rattle, summon a 7/7 Fell-Cracked Colossus with taunt.
No, at first I started out with my red.
Okay, so that's 14/14 value with taunt for 10 mana. That seems like it's only ever going to get played in Arena. Blistering Rot. At the end of your turn, summon a Rot with stats equal to this minion's. I doubt that ever sees play. Infectious Sporling. After this minion damages a minion, turn it into an Infectious Sporling. Okay. Then a Supreme Abyssal, 8 mana, 12/12. Can't attack heroes. Never gonna be played, except maybe in Arena. That's a good point, yeah. If it had Rush, it would make sense. Then it would be the same as, I don't know, some Yeti thing. I don't know what it is. I think I have it, though. As it is, it's very comparable to Chillwind Yeti. Is that what it's called? No. I thought it was a 9 mana. Do I not have it? That's weird. I thought I had Ice Howl. That's what I was referring to. Yeah. 9 mana, 10/10 charge, because they hadn't invented Rush back then in the Grand Tournament. Can't attack heroes. Basically the same thing. Only, honestly, Ice Howl is strictly better because it has charge. So even though this is 1 less mana and 2/2 more stats, it's still strictly worse because it doesn't have charge or rush. It never would have gotten played anyway. At best, it's going to be a card that gets, summoned as a random demon from cards that summon random demons. Okay. Imprisoned Vile Fiend. 2 mana, 3/5, Dormant for 2 turns, and then Rush. Could be good from that, but probably not at all. Yeah. I mean, it just depends on how good Dormant ends up being, honestly. Guardian Og Merchant. 1 mana, deal 1 damage to a minion and give it Divine Shield. That's interesting. I don't know if it's going to be usable, but it is interesting. Felfin Navigator, give your other Murlocs +1/+1. That's going to be useless in Standard, but it's going to be really good in Battlegrounds. They've already announced that that card is coming to Battlegrounds, and it's going to be really good in Battlegrounds. Disguised Wanderer. 4 mana, 3/3, summon a Death Rattle, summon a 9/1 Inquisitor. Okay. Overconfident Orc. Taunt. While at full health, this has +2 attack. That's interesting. That's the opposite of a lot of these minions that have Enrage, where they have extra attack when they're damaged. Ruststeed Raider. 5 mana, Taunt, Rush, Battlecry, +4 attack this turn. Not bad. Little instant removal and sticking power. It's not bad. Bone Chewer Brawler. Whenever this minion takes damage, gain 2 attack. That's could be neat. Bone Chewer Vanguard. Taunt. Whenever this minion takes damage, gain +2 attack. If they make a Bone Chewer deck, those might see play. I don't see them getting played otherwise. 6 mana, 5/6, Dragon Moss Sky Stalker, Death Rattle, summon a 3/4 Dragon Rider. It's not bad. Not going to see play, but not bad. Burrowing Scorpion. 4 mana, 2 damage. If that kills the target, gains stealth. Okay. Might see some play in some rogue decks if stealth becomes relevant. Soulbound Ash Tongue. Whenever this minion takes damage, also deal that amount to your hero. That sucks. There's already cards similar to that in the game that never see play. Scavenging Shavara. 6 damage randomly split among all other enemies. Oh, among all other minions, excuse me. Yeah, that's dog shit. Ethereal Og Merchant. Deal 1 damage to a minion and give it +1 spell damage. Okay. Give your other minions summon a 1/1 Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 demon. Deal 1 damage to a minion and give it rush. So these are kind of like lackeys, but less good. They're strictly worse than lackeys. Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 Imp Caster with +1 spell damage. It's interesting. And then Terror Guard, Escapee. 3 mana, 3/7. So play can't attack hero minions, and then the 1-drop to give it a rush. Yep. Then you'd have for essentially 9 mana, you would have essentially 9 100% playable, absolutely. So then you'd have essentially 9 mana. One body is a 2/1. One body would be a 12/11 with Rush. So yeah, still not good. Terragard Escapee, 3 mana, 3/7 Battlecry, summon 3/1/1 Huntresses for your opponent. This actually might see play just depending on how good demons are, especially how good Demon Hunter is. Since Demon Hunter has so few cards in its pool, it may need cards like this to kind of step in and fill in the aggro role. 3 mana, 4/3 Frozen Shadow Weaver, freeze an enemy. Big Bud is really good. So onto our tokens.
So it could be like super tiny.
Yeah, 7 health is substantial.
I saw him run.
So none of this is really important. These are just the tokens. Okay. Okay, so here's our primes. So for Archspore, 3 mana, 3/4, Taunt, and Death Rattle shuffle the prime in. And oh, it shows them both right here. Taunt, choose one, summon a 9/9 Fungal Giant with Taunt or Rush. Whoa. That's going to be crazy good, especially in Quest Druid. Because Quest Druid, you get to choose both instead of just choosing one. So yeah, that's going to be played always. Apex Predator, 3 mana, 2/4, Rush, shuffle the prime. The prime is 8 mana, 4/4, Rush, summon 3 copies of this minion, so that's 12 in value across 4 bodies, all with Rush for 8 mana. That's pretty crazy. Rando.
Yeah.
I spelled that Rando Orton wrong.
I think this is a good spot.
Son of the Mage, spell damage +1, shuffle the prime in. Solarian Prime, Battlecry, 5 random mage spells. Really? Target enemies if possible. I guess that's good. That's actually a very important distinction. Because I don't think Mage doesn't really have any like buff spells. So that's pretty good.
I didn't know what you were saying.
Because pretty much all mage spells are damaging spells.
Oh, it's gonna strike again.
Or anything that targets, anyway, is a damaging spell. So that's pretty good. That one will see play. So the rogue. Right. Stealth, shuffle the prime into your deck.
I know, like,
Permanently stealthed is the prime. That one's not great. I don't think stealth is really going to be, the end-all, be-all for Rogue, especially with how powerful Galakron Rogue is. I don't think this fits into that deck, and so I doubt it ever becomes played. Murgulgur. Yeah, permanent stealth. So even after he attacks, he keeps his stealth, is my understanding.
Really?
And then, so Murgurgle Prime, 8 mana, Divine Shield. Summon 4 random Murlocs and give them Divine Shield. That's nuts.
What?
Okay.
I didn't build that shit. No. As far as I know.
So Warlock. Demons cost 1 less. I was saying how that would be amazing.
Yeah, where they at? Oh gosh.
Oh, you weren't asking for clarification? My bad.
Shit. That's our 4th one, dude.
So,
What's happening?
demons cost 1
That
less.
was the 4th one.
Death Rattle, Shuffle the Prime. Battlecry, summon 3 friendly demons that died this game. It's pretty good. That'll get played in Handlock. Maybe even in Zoo, honestly. Lady Vash, spell damage +1. Prime, spell damage +1. Draw 3 spells, reduce their cost by 3. I think that's... So the bodies are just better than...
So whose streams do you watch?
Well, the body is better on the original. The Prime, the 7/7 for 7 is better. Yeah, I think the mage one is just strictly better. And then Rush, shuffle the Prime in, 4 mana, 4/4. 8 mana, Rush, whenever this attacks and kill. What the fuck? Bro. That's gonna be good.
What's his character name? I
Bro.
don't know who that is.
Control Warrior is
My
gonna be a
sister
thing.
streams on NoPixel as well. She plays Carmella.
Control Warrior for the win.
That's weird. And then I watched someone.
And then finally, Priest. Lifesteal, shuffle it in. 1 mana, 1/3. Then 7 mana, taunt lifesteals. Only you can target it with spells and hero powers. For 6/8 for 7 mana. That's not bad. This is nothing special. I don't know if it'll see play or not. It just kind of depends on where the meta goes. So, if we're being honest here, only you can target it with forest fires. Yep. So for the primes, Kargath is ridiculous. McGurgle is ridiculous. Missifn, whatever. The Druid Prime is nuts. I would say, looking at it right now, the Rogue Prime is the worst. Missfinny. Fuck, I don't know. I would say Rogue has the worst Prime. Then I would say Priest is the second worst.
Hopefully this game goes fast.
And then all the others are pretty good. All the others will probably get played. As for the sets in general, I think Warrior gets a little boned. I don't know for sure how good this set is going to be for Warriors, but I think Control Warrior is going to come back, and that's good. Warlock doesn't have anything that's just really, really, really crazy, but it's got some really good cards. Shaman might be the weakest class this set, because it doesn't have like one overall theme. It's trying to do like 3 different things, and it's just...
Everyone's right here.
like this one random token or totem card. While I'm excited because I really like playing totems, it shouldn't be in this set. It doesn't make sense with the rest of the cards, but there's not really a set theme for Shaman this set. So Shaman, I think, is probably the weakest set, or the weakest class of this set. No, they're not getting tokens. Rogue is ridiculous, absolutely freaking nuts. Priest, Priests might kind of struggle a little bit. Paladins have it pretty good. It sucks that Lady Leandrin, whatever, comes out the set after Shirvala rotated. That's gonna tick some people off probably. Mage is pretty good. Mage has got a pretty good setup this season. This set. Leah Dren. Mage is going to be pretty good. A lot of RNG, though. Hunter is just, kind of here. Hunter's definitely one of the weaker sets. Weaker classes this set. Although its prime is pretty good. Druid, kind of And then Demon Hunter is going to be nuts. I'm a little excited to see what happens with Demon Hunter. I would really, 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 really like to do some kind of a race.
Where are they?
Like a race to a golden Demon Hunter would be really fun. I probably won't. I don't play the game enough. There'll probably be people within the first month that have Golden Demon Hunter, because I think Demon Hunter is going to be really good. It's going to be really fast. It's going to be really face damage focused. So we'll just kind of see. I think it's going to be really good, though.
I don't know.
I'm kind of excited to have something new to play. I'm kind of excited to play Control Warrior to counter all the people playing Demon Hunter. So we'll see what happens. So, well, I think that's going to do it for the stream. I've already gone an hour longer than I intended. So, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me, Derek.
Check on them.
I have no lives. I 100% don't care what has been going on in the world. So, we'll get back with you probably tomorrow. I'm guessing I'll stream tomorrow. Not positive right at the moment, but I'm guessing. So yeah, we'll see you later, bro.